Kurumjay, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV, and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. Before we begin, let's take a look at the headlines. Imphal West District Administration carries out eviction drive from Keshampat to Malom along Airport Road. Removes structures that were constructed by encroaching on footpath. Representatives of Hill District Bar Association called on Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, seeks adequate judicial infrastructure in Hill districts. And Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau releases preliminary report on Air India crash in Ahmedabad. Point fingers on cut-off fuel control switches. And now to top stories. Imphal West District Administration carried out eviction drive against unauthorized structures that were constructed along the footpaths of National Highway number 150, particularly those obstructing public spaces and constructed without proper permits. The operation is being carried out under the supervision of Imphal West Deputy Commissioner Mayanglambam Rajkumar. Excavators were deployed to remove the illegal structures during the eviction drive that started from 7 in the morning. The eviction drive started from Keshampat Junction and continued till Malom along Airport Road. Officials from the Imphal West District Administration, including SDCs, Manipur Police and Central Forces were present during the drive. Speaking on the sidelines of the eviction drive, Imphal West DC Mayanglambam Rajkumar told SKTV News that the eviction order was issued on July 4th, allowing time for voluntary removal. He said that illegal structures such as roadside stalls, encroached shops and other temporary structures were removed during the drive, and owners were issued challan, directing them to pay the fine within 10 days. The DC further stated that the eviction drive will soon extend beyond the current Didim Road section, and the administration is planning to expand the eviction campaign across the entire district. He emphasized that the drive will eventually be carried out along national highways, state highways, inter-district roads and inter-village roads.
Kita tupiu.
National highways, state roads, other roads. Sida so koi na sum jeng jaba matam da hujik so koi lepsari bje ke Keshampat junction dani aduna adum nung paisan ba adagi di construction material side ta paisan ba masi gum basi kaya mam koi uri maduna masi ki drive se koi ngarang phaw notice ki period ngarang loi gar bani na koi ngasi Saturday dagi the whole district administration team, all SDOs, SDCs, district police pulap jaw re haraga khusam naraga koi thabak haunana bang asi Saturday pung tare tagi koi thabak haunana ba koi thoksarakpani aduga yumbu singda koi na thamjaning basi kyara kana haijagre aduga koi lokthok pidrabanina district administration na lokthokpagi man charges masi koi chalan pijaramgani masi amuka within 10 days clear to view aduga otherwise koi penal election makha taba muk lokholakani and then ngasi akoina target tawjari bisi Kaisampat junction dagina malom phawbani aduga if time permits uripok line jo koi ngasi sanction anaba honajari.
A delegation from various hill district bar associations called on Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla at Raj Bhavan today. During the meeting, the delegation apprised the governor about challenges faced in conducting judicial proceedings in the hill districts. The delegation highlighted the lack of adequate judicial infrastructure in several hill areas and sought the governor's intervention in addressing the issue. After hearing the matters, the governor also gave assurance to take appropriate actions. Commissioner of Law was also present during the meeting as well. On the other hand, Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla also met with representatives of Tangkhul Nagalong led by its president, Sword Vasham. Tangkhul Nagalong also submitted a memorandum apprising the governor about several pressing issues faced by the Tangkhul community and sought the intervention from the governor. Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla also assured that the matters will be examined with the solution-oriented approach. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau's preliminary report into the Air India Flight 171 crash has provided the first official account of the disaster that killed 260 people on June 12. According to a preliminary report by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, moments after takeoff, both the switches in the cockpit that control fuel going to the engines had been moved to the cut-off position. Moving the fuel switches almost immediately cuts the engine. On the other hand, drawing on information gathered from the plane's data and voice recorders, which were recovered after the crash, the report relied that in the cockpit voice recording, one of the pilots is heard asking the other, "Why did he cut off?" referring to the fuel switch. The other pilot responded that he did not do so. Seconds after, the plane began losing altitude and an emergency message was transmitted from the cockpit to air traffic control just before it crashed to the ground outside the airport perimeter. The report, however, did not identify which remarks were made by the flight's captain and which by the first officer, nor which pilot transmitted Mayday call just before the crash. The 15-page-long preliminary report also mentioned that ramp air turbine was also deployed, suggesting that both engines did not work. It also found that there was no fuel contamination. It may be mentioned that the preliminary report came a month after the Air India flight AI 171 bound for London crashed into a hostel maze of a medical institute at Ahmedabad, killing all but one of the 242 people on board and 19 others on the ground. Meanwhile, Union Civil Aviation Minister Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu has urged people not to jump into any conclusions on Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau report of the Air India AI 171 crash, noting it has preliminary report and final report is yet to arrive. Frustrated by inaction of relevant authority, residents of Chabagan Tamenglong Ward Number 8 repaired the road between Mary Lane and Chabagan of Tamenglong Tausem Road through donation from locals. According to local elder named R.D. Paupulong, the road is an important lifeline for many villages of Tausem subdivision and even connect Assam. But the pathetic road condition has exposed the villagers and commuters to risky situation as the road has become accident-prone areas. Due to recent continuous rain, this road has deteriorated and it is difficult even to walk. The mud road has given the school-going children a hard time to walk on foot. Populong further maintained that this road has been abandoned by the government authorities for more than 30 years. Even after several requests, relevant authority failed to fix the road and subsequently villages led by Chabangan Development Committee had to take the matter to themselves and took up the repair work. He further urged the government and relevant authority to provide assistance in maintaining the road at the earliest.
Masigi lambi se sahi kunthra ni phumuk sure adubu government jing thadaba adudigi laikai na put magi angamba puthoaga miyamna mateng public gi mateng oina pangi bene hagetse laikai na magi angamba haibidi magi track magi paisa magi angamba masagi angamba haibidi puthok naraga hoji lambi si semi bene.
Teachers and students of Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Sciences staged a sit-in in front of its premise located at Utlau against the extortion and threats served to the institution. Several placards which read, "Make educational institution a free zone" and "Stop making exorbitant demands," among other slogans, were displayed during the protest. Speaking on the sidelines, Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Sciences Director R.K. Imotomba informed that the branch institution of horticulture and forestry at Kameng cannot be opened since the onset of the ongoing crisis in the state due to extortion and constant threats from various organizations. He further stated that the harassment has compelled the branch institution to temporarily merge with the Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Sciences at Utlau, expressing apprehension that the teachers of the branch institution are now reluctant to come to office as they feel insecure due to the intimidation from the extortionists. The director appealed all concerned to stop making monetary demands in the institution and allow it to conduct classes without any disturbance.
Mamangi chahi 2024 dagi academic session dagi akoi hangba ngamdre koi gi chahi gi paisa pidrabadi institute hangba yaroi haidana akoi mafam du close tawraga koi sidai sida ulo campus sida koi punna run tawjabani Manipur gi oiriba hoji ki langi ba mayam sina curfew ban blockade mayam sina chahi amagi manungda larik tambagi matam si tha ani phana phangdraba asugumba yamna tangna phangba matam sida ngahak leitana laaga aduga khoigi sidai sida khoigi pesa pi da bayaroi aduga ai leitaba matam da su koithi thiraba ma unada bayaroi aidana koithi thiraba kaya asi yam toina thokpadagi ai samaksu yang naina office ka bada nungai taba poe khoigi mafam sida tamningi ba subject mayam se tamba ngamnana ba haidana koina madugi pandam da linkhachakiba institute ase hingnana ba honabada khoigi Manipur gi Praja khudimangna organization khudimangna masi ngam mateng pangbiu.
Security forces and the Manipur police arrested 7 cadres of different proscribed outfits during multiple operations that was conducted at various districts in the last 24 hours. In one of the operations, security forces arrested 2 cadres of proscribed Sorepa from Umathel area under Waikong police station in Kakching district yesterday. The arrested persons are Sarungbam Nanda alias Jetli, aged 49 years, and Laishram Angoba Mite alias Liklai, aged 46 years. Both are residents of Kakching Kunau Umathel Awang Lekai. On the other hand, security forces also arrested 2 cadres of proscribed KCP Taibanganba in separate operations. Security forces arrested 28-year-old Chandam Ravichandra alias Ibomcha of Oyungpok Awang Lekai in Imphal East District during an operation that was conducted at Kaibi Kulen village in Imphal East District. Security forces also arrested another cadre of KCP Taibanganba, namely Wangkem Tomba alias Wanglem, aged 18 years, from Fumlo Mamang Lekai in Imphal West District. In another operation, security forces arrested 1 cadre of Pripak Pro from Wabagai area under Kakching District. The arrested person is identified as Leishang Them Atoiba, alias Leishang, aged 21 years, of Yanglam Awang Lekai in Kakching District. Meanwhile, security forces also arrested 1 cadre of KCP Apunba from Moirangpurel Kunau near Itham Bridge under Imphal East District. The arrested person is identified as Khaidem Sanajaba Mite, alias Ibobi, aged 24 years, of Itham Maning Lekai under Imphal East District. Rongmei Naga Council Manipur RNCM has submitted a memorandum to Union Home Minister Amit Shah seeking his intervention to initiate the immediate cessation of the proposed project of German Road and Tiger Road and opening of Sioux Camp in Naga inhabited areas in the foothills to the west of the Imphal Valley. In the memorandum, RNCM expressed concern over the development. It stated that the proposed projects of German Road and Tiger Road initiated by the Kukizo militant group, a secessionist, a layout project of housing 1,000 strong armed cadres of the group as Sioux Camp along the range and settlement project of the non-Manipuri speaking Myanmarese citizen in the region has raised a serious doubt on the role of the Ministry of Home Affairs on its administrative policies to secure the areas to the advantages of one community against the others. The memorandum went on to state that such designed policies and systematically planned policy of aggression, sinister arranged to the maximum advantages of one community over the other in times of possible conflict is nothing but a subconsciously built roadmap towards a yet another showdown among communities or the tragedy. Director of Department of Fisheries, Takilambam Fulin, has announced plan to install fish feed mill machines in every district to meet the requirements of fish feed in the district. He was speaking on the sidelines of a certificate distribution ceremony for successful trainees of a training program for fish farmers, which was jointly organized by All Manipur United Fish Farmers Association, in short, AMAFA, Punjab National Bank Rural Self-Employment Training Institution, Kaching District, and State Bank of India Rural Self-Employment Training Institution, Imphal West, at Lafupad Tera Mayailekai Community Hall today. Speaking further, the director highlighted the shortage of fish feeds in the state during blockades and occurrence of untoward incidents along the national highways, such as landslides. He also pointed out that there is a huge gap between the actual consumption of fish and productivity in the state, while adding that 28,000 metric tons of fish have been imported annually to meet the requirements. On the other hand, AMUCO President Nando Luwang emphasized the importance of honoring and extending support to fish farmers, while stressing on their role in striving towards making the state self-reliant. SBI Rural Self-Employment Training Institution, Imphal West District Director Yungkaibam Deban gave also assurance to extend every possible help to fish farmers.
Mapandagi pusulak pangasingse masisi akoi masida miyang yang kapam changisi kaya kanda akoi tungi mirol gi marai bakti tambanga moidori yeba hakjang patre masama king lawa adugumba saada lande am thoramba kunai de ngasi turoi ngaroi to basida ku chinja ka sumari yam nei ne akoi gi lamchat chajat chinja asga mai nei ne ba chinja ka chada koi hojik nga samba mayam leiba mapong kudingda yen samba mayam leiba akoi ne pokidi nga phara chaba adu magi haina bise koi yam dai kram ne ba atu ka yam thujalak pa mayam se sikumba mayam na koi hakjang se nomo gi chukjalak pa hakjang chola pa koi wakan chukjalak pa adu na koi si kunai si yam pukan pangan na matam amada ong leiba pau akoi maithi ba piramba khagi leiba ki kino pa koi maithi piramba kunai bo awa leiba chaw maithi piramba kunai do ngasi di iripa iram jamse mito mayam laga landara pada akoi madu ngak na bohona pada koi thaba mori ne.
And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Chahini fuhena babina haiba maming asina anala yengilamda thazaba quality leiba amadi cheksin na honabagi kudam oiduna lakli
diagnostic tagi horaga multi speciality hospital amadi cancer care faubada babina na mangjil thaduna lakli
haujiga muk makhata na changsilaktuna mayamgi mafamda kudol tamjari babina Institute of Nursing Manipur Nursing Council nasu recognize tawraba
matamga chunarba classroom advanced lab sing leijari
babina multi speciality hospital amadi AOI babina specialty hospital da clinical training fangbiu
expert faculty nupa amasung nupi gi tokhaiba hostel sel yamna changdana
babina hospital amadi khongbu oiriba institute sing da thabak tawbagi kudong jaba supizari
hauzik admission hojare suknatagi sit nipu khaktani ahan balakpada kudung saba pijagani.
Babina Institute of Nursing, nurturing care, inspiring growth.
Sajiwa Zel Road, Khabaisoi, Imphal East.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. 5-day-long workshop on Thangta, which was organized by Manipur State Kala Academy, concluded at the Wangkai High School today. Additional Director of Education School Valley Manipur, Bishweshwar Kumukcham, along with Sangeet Natak Academy awardee Padma Shri Kakching Tabam Sanathoiba, took part in the closing ceremony. Addressing the closing function, Padma Shri Sanathoiba highlighted the significance of Thangta as a martial art that holds the unique identity and cultural heritage of Manipur. He also stressed the importance of preserving and passing on this traditional martial art practice to the upcoming younger generation, calling it a legacy built through wisdom and sacrifice of ancestors. The Ministry of Culture has extended its support, recognizing the role of Thangta in promoting physical fitness, mental strength and cultural awareness among school children. Plans are underway to introduce similar programs across more schools, colleges, universities in the future. Furthermore, Manipur State Kala Academy also carried out various awareness programs to different schools. 55 students who took part in the Thangta workshop were presented with participation certificates.
Thangta ngasi hanagi ningkha tamamba Britishki makut maiti giwa ningkha tamangi bagi angwan jalatana ningkha 1947 gi ningkha tamatigram mamtungda adaya thengnaram badagi di agna Thangta pannabu hengalei aduga masina su koi horil giba khunai sigi hangang jingase masai manat masai culture khangjaba aduga masamu phaba koi moral discipline samgatpada yamating leiba dumba khunai amagi angang sengut ki hai taragadi Thangta gi mapan natuna di ataina adi pangwe bapam jimai tamjani.
In a significant move to strengthen industry-oriented learning and enhance employability among engineering graduates, the National Institute of Technology (NIT) Manipur signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the New Age Makers Institute of Technology, in short NAMTech, a not-for-profit initiative of ArcelorMittal and Nippon Steel India. The MOU was formally signed between Director of NIT Manipur, PLN Somayajulu, and Director General and CEO of NAMTech, Arun Kumar Pillai, during a ceremony at the campus of IIT Gandhinagar. Dean Research and Consultancy NIT Manipur, Professor Ahibam Dinamani, along with senior officials from NAMTech, also attended the MOU signing ceremony. The collaboration is set to benefit NIT Manipur students by providing them access to specialized state-of-art courses in smart manufacturing, industrial automation, industrial IoT, and industrial robotics. These programs aim to equip students with cutting-edge skills, thereby enhancing their competitiveness and edge in the global job market. As Prime Minister launched the 16th Rozgar Mela today, National Institute of Technology NIT Manipur also participated by distributing appointment letters to 20 newly appointed candidates from NIT Manipur. For Northeast region, the Rozgar Mela was held at the Rank Bhavan Auditorium of NF Railway in Guwahati. Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sarbanand Sonowal, Minister of State for Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh, graced the program as guest, while Registrar of NIT Manipur, Professor K.H. Tomba, distributed the appointment letters to 20 newly appointed candidates from NIT Manipur. Speaking on the sidelines, Professor Tomba maintained that the recruitment drive is the historic milestone for NIT Manipur, as it is the first such drive in the last 10 years. He expressed confidence that the 20 new recruits will play a crucial role in contributing to the academic and administrative development of the institute. Observation Committee Anti-Depression Day 2025 has emphasized the importance of commemorating the victims of the atrocities committed by the security forces, while informing that the event will be observed on July 15 at Lamyan Bashanglan, Kolung Lampak, Imphal. In a press release, the Observation Committee recalled several hair-raising incidents that took place in the state, which include the brutal rape and murder of Thangjam Manorama on July 10, 2004, and its subsequent nude protests carried out in front of the then Assam Rifles camp at Kangla by women folk. It went on to allege that the Indian security forces began committing several forms of atrocities, which include rapes, tortures, disappearance of individuals and extrajudicial killings against the people of the state since 1980 in the name of carrying out Operation Bluebird, Operation Loktak, Operation Somtal, Operation Dragnet and Operation Summer Storm, among others. While denouncing that no punishment has ever given to those security personnel who allegedly involved in committing such crimes and violation of human rights, the Observation Committee added that many victims and their families are still crying for justice till today. It also expressed strong opposition against the failure to repeal the Draconian Act APSPA. Manipur Architects Forum and Town Planning Department, Government of Manipur jointly organized a brainstorming session on the Model Manipur Unified Building Bylaws 2024 at Meeting Hall of Town Planning Department today. The session deliberated upon fixing minimum size of plot, demand for proper implementation of building bylaws, single window permission for clearance from Airport Authority, Fire Service, Municipality and Town Planning Department, implementation of Energy Conservation and Sustainability Building Code, and to permit third-party monitoring. The session also resolved to hold various workshops at Imphal, Thoubal, Kukching and Bishnupur on the role played by registered architects. Architects who attended the session also expressed concern on non-creation of posts for architects in municipality and urban local body. (1982) alumni of Ramlal Paul Higher Secondary School today organized a reception ceremony for the meritorious students of the school in the Class 10 and 12 examinations conducted by BOSUM and COSUM. During the function held at the school's auditorium, prizes were distributed to the meritorious students. Speaking on the sidelines, Ramlal Paul 1982 alumni president Justice Adibam Guneshwar Sharma called for collective efforts towards fostering the school while highlighting their commitment to extend every possible to help in this regard. The total active cases of COVID-19 in the state have come down to 22 as 16 people were discharged in the last 24 hours. On the other hand, Manipur reported no COVID-19 positive cases today as 13 individuals who sent their samples for testing came out negative. And now the weather report. According to ICR Regional Center Lumphalpat, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 28.7 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 21.9 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 92% in the morning and 62% in the evening today. As per report, Manipur received 8 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, Meteorological Center Imphal has issued a yellow alert for all districts in Manipur except for Thoubal, Kukching, Bishnupur, Ukhrul and Kamjong for today. The yellow alert will remain in place for Ukhrul, Kamjong, Teknopal, Chandal and Churachandpur districts till tomorrow, with chances of heavy rainfall in these districts. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Imphal West District Administration carries out eviction drive from Keshampa to Malom along Airport Road. Removes structures that were constructed by encroaching on footpath. Representatives of Hill District Bar Associations called on Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, seeks adequate judicial infrastructure in Hill districts. And Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau releases preliminary report on Air India crash in Ahmedabad. Points fingers on cut-off fuel control switches. Well, that's all we have for today. Well, before we leave, a quick reminder to all the viewers. COVID-19 is around. Wear your masks, wash your hands frequently, maintain a safe distance and get vaccinated. Stay safe, stay responsible. Thank you for being with us. Good night.